Ooh. Y'all already know what they be on. That's because everything we talk about is happening. I've been trying to tell y'all what this is. Hopefully y'all believe me now. No, we not talking about over here. So we on YouTube too. Do y'all believe me now when I've been telling you? I just told y'all the people was here the other day. Not over here. You're welcome. You hear me? I told y'all the people be here. And because all of our classes are happening. That's why I told you. I said, well, we going to be here as long as we can until all this stuff start happening and they start trying to hide me. I told y'all that in the beginning. Y'all remember? That's how I got over here. Mm. That's how I even ended up on TikTok. I got blocked. I said, well, I'm just trying to help people. I'm trying to make sure folks don't starve and stuff. Why is y'all doing this? And then I came over here and then. And now they on that too. Which is crazy. I don't know. I ain't did nothing to nobody but try to help people. I ain't did nothing to nobody. Nothing. So let's get to this. I might need to. I think I forgot to take my medicine. That's probably what this is. But, good morning. I forgot to take my medicine. I'm gonna take it here in a minute. Anyway, yeah, you on time for once. Hilarious. We have been on for however long, almost an hour and some change, but excuse me, you see how they do. They be doing whatever they can, kicking people out the classes. First it was just TikTok they was kicking people out. Now they just start kicking people out on YouTube too. When we was on Instagram, people was getting kicked out. I can't go nowhere. You know what? It's almost like when Jesus used to be meeting with people. Like when Jesus would be having they meetings and the Pharisees and the Sadducees just kept coming trying to disrupt the class. Like the peoples is like the Pharisees and the Sadducees. We just trying to make sure that folks is getting what they need before they leave up out of here. You heard me? And they acting like the Pharisees and the Sadducees doing their thing. I don't get it. I don't understand why they on that, but it is what it is. We don't be on here causing no trouble with nobody. Y'all don't hear me arguing with other creators. I don't even nothing. We shouldn't even be on the radar. There's no drama that comes from over here. You hear me? There's no drama. There should be no reason. Our numbers are not still crazy. You know what I mean? We don't be bothering nobody. We come over here, have class, laugh, and go home. That's it. No, I'm not good. Ain't nobody good but the Lord, honey. I'm just saying, you would think that we would be fine, but no, that's not the case. Anyway, let's go. So we going back to Genesis, y'all. Come on. Because they already playing this morning. It's getting closer. It's getting closer and closer. Y'all ready? I think we was down here at oh yeah, we was at 10. Oh no, it was not actually. We was at verse 16. Genesis 29 and 16. That's where we was at. And we in NIV, y'all. Okay? Y'all ready? This is just a continuation of last night's class. And we're not going to read all of this. We're getting ready to move around here in a minute, but we got to get to it. Y'all ready? Genesis 29 and 16, NIV, please. Yeah. Y'all over there? Okay. It says, now Laban had 2 daughters. The name of the older was Leah, and the name of the younger was Rachel. Leah had weak eyes. Interesting. But Rachel had a lovely figure and was beautiful. Jacob was in love with Rachel and said, I will work for you 7 years in return for that daughter over there. You ain't got to pay me nothing. I want her. That one. Could you imagine a nigga walking up to your daddy and saying, sir, I don't want $40,000 or $60,000 or $80,000 a year, but I do want your daughter. And I'll work and give up my year's wage so I can have her. What you think your daddy gonna say? What you think he'll say? We got any fathers in here? If a man walked up to you and said that to you about your daughter, what would you say? You said, worse is daddy said yes. Hilarious. You said, wait a minute, because he might do that. He just might. Hilarious. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Where would you be at? What would you do? Do you think you'll be married or you think you'll be single? If he went and asked your daddy, where would you end up, you think? You said my dad used to ask my fiance for a quarter. Interesting. Interesting. Married. You said married. Mine would have been like, Ninja, what? Married? You'd have been married too? Hilarious. Interesting. Okay. So we in Genesis 29, y'all. Y'all know if y'all ever come in and you don't know where we at, you just go over to YouTube real quick and run it back a couple minutes and then you'll find out. Just in case. You said, honey, I don't know. Hilarious. All right. Laban said, it's better that I give her to you than to some other man. Stay here with me. So Jacob served 7 years to get Rachel. But they seemed like only a few days to him because of his love for her. Then Jacob said to Laban, give me my wife. My time is completed. I want to make love to her. Now, for all the people that be talking crazy, when I be like, I just be wondering. I know this inside and out and everything. It's just about, no, don't do that. Just do it right. And I think you just broke the zipper, girl. did. We're just gonna do like this. Cause guess what? It's too much, and I'm old. This is what we doing right here. We about to do this. Cause I ain't got time. I was about to do it, I ain't. It's too much. How in the world? Fluff everywhere. Do you get in the Do you get in the pulpit and say say this? You hear me? You hear me? Jacob said to Laban, "Give me my wife. I done been here too long. Yeah." I want to make love to her. But if I come out here and say something, oh, she's vulgar. Well, evidently Jacob is too. Because why is you telling her daddy you want to bust her down? That's literally walking up to that man and saying, "Give me my wife because I'm ready to pipe her down. What is you doing? Hurry up." Excuse me? Or as my kids used to say, "Excuse me." Did you read it? Or am I reading it wrong? Y'all just read. Did you read 21? Did you? Did you read it with your own eyes? Ain't that what it say? You said, "Yep, I read it," and he said it. Okay. What would your daddy do if that same man said that to him about you? You said the other people don't know how good the Bible really is and don't. Shame on them and don't. Do you? You said his thinking he would have been cracked. That part. We just say he would have got some gentle taps. Yeah. So, do you understand how when people try to make the Bible like this fictitious story, I'm like, this is real life. Hilarious. They might not have been. We don't know. They could have been, though. You right, Niecy. They could have been. They could have been. But they probably done snuck some kisses or something. Ain't no telling. But 7 years is a long time to wait. He was frustrated. You could tell. He said, "Hurry up. I didn't work my time and did what I got to do. It's something." Because you got to think, if he was creeping, he wouldn't have been bold enough to say that to the daddy. He wouldn't care. Because he was already getting it. It wouldn't be no deal if he didn't already had it, but evidently he hadn't. Because he was bold enough to go up to her daddy and say, "Look here, sir. That's me right there. Come on with that." You see what I'm saying? He was frustrated. You could tell. Because that's a bold statement to say to somebody's dad. You don't think so? That's a bold, whoa, calm down, sir. You do realize you're talking to her daddy. Like, that's why I say when I read the Bible, it ain't like people be trying to make it all whatever. No, bro, this is real life right here. Right. He like, I ain't got time for none of that. I'm not doing that. Hurry up. I did my part of the deal. You need to go on and get with what you said. You hear me? You need to go on and get with what you said. And he wasn't. But that's why I be telling people, I don't know how people be reading it. I'm like, bro, this is okay. Well, you read it how you gonna read it, and I'm gonna read what's on the paper. Cause that is not what that was about. You done made up some super holy. This is real life right here. You hear me? All of this is. And when you read it like you live in it, it makes a lot more sense. Instead of reading it like somebody thinking about them in a Bible day, God said ain't nothing new under the sun. So whatever we feel, whatever family arguments and stuff that we be having and all of that, it was happening back then too. Everything. 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 If you believe ain't nothing new under the sun, then we watching some love and hip hop drama right here. That's why they don't preach certain scriptures. Exactly. They skip over it, but we gonna talk about it. Here we go. So Laban brought together all the people of the place and gave a feast. But when evening came, he took his daughter Leah and brought her to Jacob. And Jacob made love to her. We call that catfish now, do we not? Y'all think he was drunk? Mm-hmm. Because that's the only way that you ain't going to know that this your girl in the bed. If you can't really see that good. And she got something over her face. And you come in and you just see the backside of her. Because, baby, ain't no way another nigga going to lay in my bed and I don't know that you not my man. They had to have a form that was similar. Because you know your wife form, nigga. If she under the covers, a sheet, you know where every dot on her body is. How do you not know? You hear me? You said Uncle Buck? Is that what Mike is? Mike? I don't know that. I don't know. Uncle Luck or Uncle? Is you talking about the one with Mike Epps in it? Am I right? Y'all know I don't be no Uncle Luke. Oh, Uncle Luke. Got it. Okay. All I'm gonna say is this: how you not know? But how you, Uncle Luke, got it? How you not know your wife? The one you been wanting for 7 years. So do that mean their bodies were similar? There's no way that I would confuse the person that I was with before my ex-husband and my ex-husband in the bed together. Absolutely no way. Because their form is completely different. Everything about their form, their body structure, everything is completely, their height, everything is different. Hell, even their smell is different. You know, you walk in a room, their scent, right? So how, for 7 years, did you not know, unless they got you good and liquored up and she had some kind of veil over her face, the voice is different, everything. Even if he never slept with her, he hugged her. It don't matter if it was his first time. Listen to me. He done been around this woman for 7 years. He knows her form. It's somebody you seen every day. You can see a person you can see if in the dark in your house who is coming down the hallway, even when you can't see. You know it's your husband or your kid. It could be somebody that never even slept in your house before, like a family member come to visit. And when they walking down the hallway, you about know, even if your eyes can't focus, you know who it is by their form. Whether they got clothes on or not, you know they form. They walk, everything. And like you said, her voice. Yeah. Dad knew to get him liquored up. It was a wedding celebration. They drinking and eating. Anyway, moving on. We gonna move on because he was on some trickery, as we can see. When morning came, I'm sorry. And Laban gave his servant Zilpah to his daughter as an attendant. When morning came, there was Leah. Ooh, shoot! Good morning, babe. Good morning, Mrs. Ah! What are you doing in here? The hell are you doing in here, Leah? Where is Rachel? And she like, good morning, babe. Good morning. We might be having us a little one in the... He like, well, no. What are you doing? Why are you in here? Laban! Rachel! No, don't touch me. What are you doing? What are you doing in here? Why are you up? What do you mean? No, I didn't. I didn't do that. I'm sure I didn't do that. Don't touch me. Why are you in here? In my mind, I see him rolling over to Shanae. Could you imagine working 7 years, having to keep yourself? Who is it? And there was Leah. That nigga probably said, no. This is wrong. No. This is wrong. No. Don't touch me. No. Why are you in here? Like, I know. Listen, is this not the color purple he wanted Nettie and got Sealy? Exactly. The exact same story. Show is. Show is. You hear me? In the first 48 was around it. It was. It was. Listen, baby, I know he woke up mad. Like, oh no. No. Oh no. You know when you drunk, I don't know about y'all. I'm not a kisser. But when you drunk, you a kiss. You hear me? You might grab their face and hold their face and be looking at them because you can't see that good. She probably thought, oh, I knew he loved me. I know he did, Jacob. I knew you loved me, Jacob. I seen the way you used to be looking at me, Jacob. You hear me? And you told me you love me, Jacob, last night. You told me we going to have so many babies. I'm so excited, Jacob. I'm so excited. I always loved you. Oh, my God. Right. Oh, I know he probably wanted to wring Laban's neck. You hear me? Listen. Listen here. Oh, Jesus. I would have been mad, baby. I would have been. That's like you think you getting Morris Chestnut and you get Kevin Hart. Or you think you getting Nipsey Hussle or like a T.I. type of swag. You hear me? And you. Ooh, Jazz, that part, Jazz, that part. I'm just saying, you know, it's a different. That's a. Right. That's a different thing. I would be so angry. Tell me you wouldn't be mad. Tell me. I'm about to make me some coffee too. Would you be upset? First of all, your family member betrayed you. Not one, but two. You don't think Rachel was hurt when she thought about Jacob busting her sister down? This is family drama right here. No? How y'all think she felt when they was having that feast? You think she was all smiling and kikiing and ha-ha and knowing what her daddy was on? Because she had to be there. She couldn't dishonor her father. But she know what her daddy is about to do. Because why didn't I go back to my wedding suite with my husband? Or what? Where did you have me? Because where was Rachel? You then stood up and said that you are giving your daughter away to this man. Y'all done had a whole engagement party, wedding deal. Come on. So how y'all think Rachel was feeling? Huh? How you think she felt when she knew for a fact that the man that she didn't kept herself for 7 years is busting her sister down in the next building, babe? See, I don't know how y'all be reading the Bible, but I was like, whoa, wait a minute, hold on. The first time I said, no, she didn't. And guess what? It's still sisters that's like that to this day. Is it not? Plenty of men have left their wives for their sister. Or the sister waited till he was drunk or out of it and she done moved in and been on some funny stuff. Okay, y'all. Sorry about that. I had to make me some coffee, switch my cup out, and get me some tea. Switch my teacup out. Hey. Oh, this is my first cup because I didn't have no coffee to go to sleep last night. I think I'm getting a caffeine headache. It's okay. Here we go. So, let's talk about it. Was Jacob honest when he got to Laban? Did he do honest things? We read that last night and today, that he worked for 7 years for this girl. Was he honest? He worked for a month first for free. Remember? Then Laban offered to pay him, and he said, "You don't gotta pay me nothing. I'ma work, but I'm working for your daughter." He didn't go and try to tap dance down at the Y. He didn't do nothing. He was honest throughout the whole rip. Right? And then grandpa, dad of the daughter, sowed a seed of deception, did he not? I know they were cousins, but I'm saying her dad. I know they were cousins. I'm just saying. Dad, I was saying grandpa because he's going to be the grandpa of her children. Grandpa, basically, sowed a seed of deception, did he not? And betrayal. Was it sexual deception? He was tricked into sleeping with someone that he would not have normally slept with. I bet you he was out of it. He probably was tipsy. What ended up happening with Jacob's son? Later on in the flick. What ended up happening? What did Laban's grandson do? He slept with his daddy's wife. In his daddy's bed while his daddy was out of town. And she was unaware of it because she was drunk. And up until his time, he said this had never been done. So no man prior to him had went and slept with his daddy's wife. The seed of sexual deception, and betrayal was sowed by the grandpa. But it didn't hit until the next generation. Because Laban's grandson turned around and did the same kind of mess. Something you shouldn't be doing. Waiting until a person is not in their right mind. Generational curses. Come on, auntie. And what was Dina one of their sisters? Ain't Dina the one that got cut up? And they sent her a piece of her body out to all the tribes? That was in Jacob's line. She got laid and they chopped her body up. So what did Laban start? Your grandson then went and slept with his stepmama while she was drunk. I think your other great-grandson or whoever it was attacked his sister or somebody, cousin or whatever, when she was like 16 or something like that, 14 or 15, she was young. He SA'd her and then unalived her, and they chopped her up. You done started a whole war, and you might not even be alive no more. His actions affected his lineage. Can I ask you a question? Did David come out of that line? Didn't David come out of the line of Jacob? What David do? Didn't David bust somebody wife down that what he was? And David already had wives. And then was in the nigga face. Trying to get him drunk and send him home to his wife so he could cover up the baby he had. And when that didn't work, he put him on the front line and he unalived him. And then his son, by Bathsheba died, but he had another son, Solomon. Did he not? And what Solomon do? This nigga was Hugh Hefner before Hugh Hefner was Hugh Hefner. What you do affects your lineage. Was it worth it, Laban? You got what you wanted. You got a chance to marry your older daughter off. But look at the hell that came through your line because you were dishonest. Because you was going to be slick. This stuff happens now. It's grandmas. It's an auntie and a grandma. They ain't gonna say nothing, but they know they got a baby by the same man. But she hurry up and got married to somebody else. But they say, oh, they look alike because they sisters. You know our line is long. Nah, both of them women slept with the same man. The one sister was jealous of the other sister, so she went, and when he broke up with him, she was the one in his ear telling on him because she wanted him for herself. Well, they both, I know this. I know people that two sisters is pregnant by the same man at the same time. I know people. And it was all because the other sister was jealous. And now they got a baby by the same man, two sisters. And it's always you said, you know, a few families like that. Okay. So then is this still going on? Jerry Springer used to have sisters that was pregnant by the same man all the time. Did they not? Ricky Lake, Sally Jesse Raphael, sure did. You don't love him right. You don't take care of him. You always taking care and doing something else, so I had to get right with him. I think he cheating on me, Maury. I don't know. But I think, and I want to know who he cheating with. And the sister come out, me. We've been together for 2 years, even before you was pregnant, and you used to. And then chairs is flying, and Steve Wilkos got to come get on the stage. You hear me? That's Jerry Springer, but you know what I mean. And now somebody running back behind the stage saying, I can't believe it. That's supposed to be my sister. I can't believe she was sleeping with my husband. No, Maury. No. Get your girl, you knew. You knew. You caught the looks. So then Mari was back then too then. Laban looked like he might have started tomorrow's show. Now it's moms and daughters pregnant by the same man, baby. That was going on back then too. This is why a lot of young ladies used to get sent away back in the early days, 1800s, 1900s. Because Bubba didn't went in there once they didn't went down to the juke joint, and Lil Mama then got to about 13, 14. He been eyeing her. And Mama sent her away because they both pregnant by the same man. She know that grandbaby is her baby's the brother and sister. My former sister-in-law had a son with her mother's husband. Here we go right here. Girl! Auntie. But in truth, the husband was my sister-in-law's boyfriend first. My sister-in-law had a son with her mother's husband, but in truth, the husband was my sister-in-law's. So the mama was sleeping with her daughter man. Oh, that's on social media all the time right now, too. My sister slept with my ex-husband. Here we go. Okay, Tarisha. So you feel like Marvin has been cheating on you. Yes, Mari, because every time I come home, he turned his phone over, and I don't know. And now my sister, every time her and I used to be best friends, and I just want to ask them what's going on. Okay, Marvin, you come on out. How you doing, Marvin? How you doing? How was your trip? Well, let's look at a little video that you have. We asked you a few questions, and we wanted to know what you feel about what your wife is saying about your relationship with her sister. Mari, my wife is always gone. She always at work, and I'm always at home with the kids. And she called her sister over there to help us babysit because I needed a break. And then, I don't know, Mari, we just fell in love. We've been keeping this secret for her for 2 years. And I got to tell her another secret. The baby that her sister's pregnant with is mine. Ooh. Y'all know, it is what it is. Listen here. All right. Let's bring Tarisha's sister, Sasha, out. Come on out, Sasha. Oh, I know you ain't. And yet this baby is it. Look, what? It's been going on forever. Ever and ever, ever. And we reading about it right now. Why would you do this and you know it's your sister? Because she don't love him, Mari. She don't even know what he like. Well, he like to lay at home in her house and screw his sister. We know that. Her sister. That's one thing he like. He like her being at work while he at home doing nothing. On Facebook talking to girls, talking about he own his own business so he don't gotta go to work. All the while telling her she's not enough woman for him because he's sleeping with her sister. I just be wanting to know, like, and you said you got my stomach hurting. Listen here, we in Genesis, the first book of before the basic instructions before leaving Earth, talking about this Maury scandal that's going on over here. You said I never connected the dots from the Bible, but wow, yeah. Same game, different players. That's why when people be like, oh, the Lord, this is Maury stories. I tried to understand how they could still have a good relationship even though the mom was laying up with her boyfriend while she was pregnant. Forgiveness. That was real. Yeah. Don't nobody tell a hood story like our dean. Listen here, because I be trying to figure out why they be trying to, baby, what is it? How is you? And the Lord said, and Rachel was probably in there tearing up everything, breaking everything. Her sister, baby, we gonna tell her like it is. She done waited for this man for 7 years. Y'all, come on. I can tell you, I didn't grow up in the house with a sister. I have one, but we didn't live together growing up. We didn't really talk until I was like 14 for the first time. But I got cousins and I got like homegirls and stuff. And I didn't. I did tap dance on my friend head. I did in 2000, in the year 2009, because she was on that same stuff Leah was on, and so then. Okay. You said you want to do what? Listen. Sure did. Directed the choir and everything. Sure did. And had a grand finale. Choking the hell out of that. Excuse me. I had a flashback. Sure did. That man's right on my head. Sure did. You do that to other people. You don't do that to me. You said and curtains. I'm trying to tell you. And I run. I don't run from violence, but I walk away. I don't have to. But baby, I broke my car door. My knees was all messed up. That's probably why my knees don't work right now. I might have tore the cartilage that day, and it didn't kick in until 2021. You know that, cause you know how you can get a little tear, and it take a long time. That's probably cause I remember my knee was swollen for a long, long time after that. You hear me? It was swollen for a long time. So how you think Rachel was looking at her sister the next morning? How you think she felt about her dad? You think she wanted to go up and kiss her and say congratulations when she stole her husband? Okay. What ended up happening to Joseph? What did what ended up happening to Joseph? All kinds of side eyes, right? I'm saying what happened? What was Joseph's story? We just talked about it. What happened to him? He was sold into slavery by who? Not Jacob, Joseph. What ended up happening to Jacob's son? What happened? It was sibling rivalry, was it not? As to why they was gonna unalive him. right? So Laban started sibling rivalry too, did he not? You don't think him doing what he did, switching them sisters, started sibling rivalry? Jacob is the father of the 12 nations of Israel. Was the 12 nations of Israel not fighting against each other? Unaliving each other, taking each other's land, taking each other's stuff? He was falsely accused of grape too. He sure was. And the Memphis woman was on him with the same stuff that his grandpa was on. We gonna act like you not really, we gonna act like you my son, but I'm really gonna be banging you in the back of the closet. My husband ain't gonna know. Look at how much sexual deception and sibling rivalry started from what Laban did. It wasn't just one thing. It was multiple things that kept reoccurring in his bloodline. All the way down to David and Solomon. Hey. Didn't one of David's sons essay his sister too? Wasn't it one of David's sons that essayed his sister? Absalom, yep. Absalom, yep. Okay. So look at Grandpa and what he thought he was being slick. Look how many people's lives were affected negatively. He was dead and gone, not living to see it. But it was still affecting his family, his bad decisions that caused. Excuse me, y'all. Yeah. Yeah. So do you see how now a situation that probably wasn't tense before is super tense now? Because Rachel probably ain't messing with her daddy like that. It caused a ripple effect through the bloodline. It definitely did. And I hope that you understand that is with us too. This has not changed. The sins of the father do affect the children. The sins of the mother do affect the children. Hey? Okay? Now, you said also Jacob's mom, Rebecca, it was sibling rivalry, right? But listen, hear me. Do you think if Jacob knew that all of that was going to happen in his line, that he would have stayed there with Laban? If he knew that his grandkids were going to be SA'd by other grandkids and all of this kind of stuff, do you think he would have, if he knew that Joseph was going to be sold off because of the sibling rivalry, do you think he would have stayed there with Laban? Are there things that you thought were a good thing, or maybe you knew it was wrong, but you didn't feel like it was that big of a deal, that caused a huge ripple effect in your life? Through your children, a one night stand can ruin a marriage. 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, right? Something that's harmful, that it didn't hurt nobody, that didn't nobody know about, can ruin everything. Businesses, everything. Your character, your reputation, everything. One single night. A second, right. Right. 1 second. This is why God says count up the cost. Before you make a move, count up the cost. Don't just act without thinking. Don't be walking around here having no mindless behavior. Yep, one moment of gratification, baby, can change your life for the rest of your life. Telling you, no, if he had known, he would have never entered the agreement. Jacob was an honorable man. Come on now. Ain't that crazy though, how we don't think about our fun, how it's going to affect our great-great-grandkids or our kids or our mama? There's people that have dated a person and somebody said, you should stay away from them, they're dangerous. And the person was like, whatever. It could have been the mama or the daddy. I didn't watch shows about it. And because that person listened to the mom or the dad, they unalived the mom or the dad. They left them alive because they feel like, well, you told them to go away from me, so now I'm gonna take them away from you and you won't see them. Everybody gonna be hurt. Like Herod the Great. You said in a second, in a minute, as we lay. Come on. Come on. Ain't it crazy? I bet you if Jacob knew that all of the fighting and the bloodshed that was going to come from the sibling rivalry, from the 12 tribes of Israel fighting against each other and unaliving each other and taking it, he wouldn't have did it. He wouldn't have did it. Okay. Here we go. So it says, when morning came, there was Leah. So Jacob said to Laban, what is this you have done to me? I served you for Rachel, didn't I? Why have you deceived me? And Laban replied, it is not our custom here to give the younger daughter in marriage before the older daughter. Finish the daughter's bridal week, and then we will give you the younger one also in return for another 7 years of work. So not only do I gotta fake and act like I want to be married to this girl and go to all these banquets while I'm looking at the woman that I want, because y'all know over there they do, like in India and stuff like that, y'all see their weddings. This is like the area they was in around there. So you gotta act happy for a whole week, going to all these feasts and festivals, holding her hand, kissing her in front of people, answering questions like you want to have babies with her, not, and then looking at Rachel. You don't think she used to get tears in her eyes? Because now I got to wait another 7 years to have my man. I've been keeping myself. I've been asking God to help me. I ain't in no niggas' faces. And I did right. But I got to wait. And the whole town laughing at her. Come on, you know they snickering. Why didn't Jacob understand their custom, seek and find? Come on now. The daddy was going to trick him, period. It was. Now he got to wait another 7 years. All the while sleeping with her sister that he don't even really like. You hear me? How would you feel? And he got to work too. Right. The patience they were blessed with. Man. Ooh. That part. Interesting. And Jacob did so. He finished the week with Leah, and then Laban gave him his daughter Rachel to be his wife. Interesting. Laban gave his servant Bilhah to his daughter Rachel as her attendant. Jacob made love to Rachel also. And his love for Rachel was greater than his love for Leah. And he worked for Laban another 7 years. I need y'all to go to chapter 30. Please. Go to the next chapter. And we going down to 25. 30 and 25. We in Genesis 30 and 25. Yeah. Well, whether he got her at the end of that week or whatever, he still had to wait another 7 years to do what he wanted to do. Because he had to work, whether it even if he gave her to her, but he said, you can work another 7 years for her. I'm going to give her to you. But it never said when he gave her to him. But he did work another 7 years. It might not have even been at the end of that week that he got her. He already on some trickery. He could have said, okay, you know, and in another 3 years you can marry her half the time. We don't know because it don't say. It just says he gave her in marriage. It don't say when. And he had to work another 7 years to get her, to keep her, to marry her, to agree. And back then, you didn't get the wife without the dowry. That was technically his dowry, the work that he was putting in. Was it not? That was his dowry. And over there, you ain't getting the wife until you come up with the dowry. Because if he was just going to give her to him, then he shouldn't have had to work another 7 years. Just give her. He already worked for her. He said, no, I'll give her to you, but I need another 7 years worth of work from you. Anyway, it says, after Rachel gave birth to Joseph, so she was the favorite wife and he was the favorite son. He had to wait the longest for that one. You hear me? You hear me? Now we know why he loved Joseph so much. Now we know why Joseph was his favorite. He probably looked just like his mama. He's like, boy, you look just like your mama. Let me tell you a story about how, man, I remember the first time I seen your mama. Come here, boy. Let me tell you. Come on, go walk with your daddy. He probably was so happy, like he saw her eyes. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the one he wanted. Not that he didn't love his other kids, but exactly. Here we go. So it says, after Rachel gave birth to Joseph, Jacob said to Laban, send me on my way so I can go back to my homeland. Give me my wives and my children, for whom I have served you, and I will be on my way. You know how much work I've done for you. But Laban said to him, if I have found favor in your eyes, please stay. I have learned by divination that the Lord has blessed me because of you. I told y'all a few stories about my life and how when I come around people, they life get better, but then they start to abuse me and try to use me and use me like a slot machine. Like, I don't know that the reason they life then got better is because God has brought me into it. I know that. Always trying to get my stuff. Always trying to run game on me. Always trying to get over. But I told you, I always leave with more than what I came with. Didn't I tell y'all that? It don't matter if I have to leave everything where I left it. When I get to where I'm going, it's more waiting for me than what I left. And better quality. I told y'all this. My ex-husband literally said this to me. He said, receive a prophet's blessing. So you're gonna treat me like crap, but your life will keep getting better. You making more money than you ever made. Everything is good, but you treat me like crap. Got it. Lived this story. You said, oh my goodness, I was just talking about that this morning. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, it's a real thing. Some people keep you around because they know that their life is better because you are in it, but they don't try to make your life better. They are always trying to undercut you and cut you. We talk about this all the time, and you literally see in Jacob Livy. Told y'all. Laban knew that he was only blessed because Jacob was there. It's been people that I've been in their life and they figured out, oh, every time she come around my life, I'm calmer. My money get right. I'm this, I'm that, blah, blah, blah. But remember I told you, then they start to treat me like crap. Hold up. Let me ask you a question. You said your life what? Okay. And then you didn't. Right. So then how did I become the enemy when you already know that the reason it's better is because I'm here? But you keep trying to hustle me and take advantage of me and whatever else. I see you, nigga. Listen, yeah, it's a real thing. And people think you can't see. I told you people been trying to use me as a slot machine my whole life. And even before I knew that God had given me that gift to be able to speak things into people's lives, you see what I'm saying? I didn't realize that, like, the business ideas, everything. And then when and guess what? Let me tell you what they did. Remember I told you people would say, well, I won't help you start your business, but you can come work for me. My ideas ain't good for me, but I can use my ideas. Listen, this is exactly what I'm trying to tell y'all. I used to be like, what? I'm not coming to you for business advice. As far as certain things go, you asked me for business advice. But then you going to tell me I don't need to start my business. I need to work for you. Listen here. This is my friend. We fell out in behind this very thing. When I told you I went to driving school, not driving school, but when I was going to school to be a broker, because he was like, I'm going to pay you this much a month. I said, no, you're not going to pay me nothing. I said, what? I won't be your employee. I'll be a partner. We can do business. Oh, no, I just get my daughter to do it then. I said, well, that's what you do. You're not going to tell me how much you're going to pay me when I'm telling you I'm going to go to school for it, and then I'll be your business partner. I'll broker your deals. I'm not doing that. Why would I work for you when I can have my own business doing the same thing? Is you crazy? See, this be the problem. You need to go get you a woman that like being controlled and thinking her man, she can't do nothing without her man. That ain't me. I don't have to have a man to tell me because I already got one. I'm not saying I won't listen because I do. But I don't need to start my own business. I need to work for you. How about I'll go to school to be a broker and then we can do business. And that'll be it. And guess what? After that, the conversation was over. Never talk to me about nothing about no trucking, no nothing else ever again because you want to be able to talk crazy to people. You're not going to do that over here. Period. You don't even know how many times I've heard that. More than times, and not just from the same person. People are crazy. I heard it from my ex-husband. He used to say the same thing, but in a different way. Basically, you're gonna do all the work, and I don't want to learn nothing, but it's gonna be my business. I don't know if you know I heard what you said, but I heard what you said. And you're not talking so fast that I didn't understand. I heard you. I'm going to do all the work. you're going to take all the credit and the money. No. I won't be doing any of that. So you figure it out. Moving on. Ooh. But Laban said to him, if I have found favor in your eyes, please stay. I've learned by divination that the Lord has blessed me because of you. And he added, name your wages and I will pay them. Remember I told you when I leave, they be like, what do you want? I give you whatever you want. No, I don't want nothing. I want you to go away because I can't trust you around me. Because I'm always going to have to be on edge trying to wonder what plot or scheme you are putting together to try to trap me in a situation that I don't want to be in. Because if you already was dishonest with your daughter, if you already done tried to get all this free labor from me, and I came and worked for you for free first for 30 whole days, I could have worked here and left and not took your daughters. But you already know that because I'm in your life, you blessed, and now you want to talk crazy and be doing me dirty? Really? That's nuts. What else are you capable of, babe? And this is why I be saying that if you read the Bible, it teaches you about character. It does. Here we go. Jacob said to him, you know how I've worked for you and how your livestock has fared under my care. The little you had before I came hasn't. I'm about to throw this. The little you came to my house with a bag, nigga. Not even a full one. Now you got so much stuff you don't know where to put it. You making more money than you ever made in your life. You healthier than you ever made in your life. And I'm miserable here with you. Because you don't want my life to get better. Because if my life get better, then you ain't gonna be in the situation you in right now. You won't have me to be under your thumb. You won't have me to be able to grade. Because the only reason he was blessed is because Joseph and his daughter, Jacob and his daughter were great shepherds. He was a sheep herder. So when you leave, it's almost like Celie and Mister. It's Celie and Mister. What happened to Mister after Celie left? He didn't really have a lot when she got there, but she working them fields and cleaning that house and sewing and making it look nice made him have something to where he could invite people over. He could, you know. So Laban is thinking, damn, one, I done did this dude dirty. I know that gotta come back. It's some people that only want you around because when you go places, y'all get in for free. They know you got all the hookups that's not illegal. Oh, girl, what's that one man name that you said you always be taking your car to? Girl, I'm not telling you because you don't pay people. You ain't about to mess up my name. And it's people, remember I told you, they used to try to use my name to get into places, go. Oh, I know such and such, or I'm such and such sister, blah, 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 blah. Quit. Why are you using I don't got to use your name to get in nowhere. I don't got to use your name to be around. I don't got to use your name to do nothing. Why is y'all always throwing my name around? They called me and told me your homegirl came up in here and said she know you would do it. What is you doing? I do not have to use your name to get in nothing or do nothing. I don't let people say, oh, CERCA blah. No, because your character ain't right. And if people think that I sent you, then that's going to mess up my stuff. No. don't send people to people if I know they not a trustworthy person. I'm not hooking you up with nobody that do a good job if I know you like to, oh yeah, ooh, thank you, and then as soon as you got what you want, you got a problem and this and that, and now you talking crazy and all that. I don't do that kind of stuff. But it's a lot of people on this planet that's like that. I'm telling you. Yes. Anyway, he said, the little you had before I came has increased greatly, and the Lord has blessed you wherever I have been. But now, when may I do something for my own household? What I tell y'all? I'm about to go. I'm gonna go here because this right here is hidden. Every company that I tried to start, somebody told me, you can work for me. But when I start trying to do for myself, now it's a problem. I can always help you get richer. I can always do your hair for free. But now when I'm going to bust my hair down, you try to come and talk to me and keep me off guard so my hair don't go. Like, oh, I'll be trying to tell y'all you need to read the Bible. Because the stories and the people that you are dealing with, they are in here. And I have dealt with this more than you know. Even up until recent. Don't do what you need. Don't work. Don't do this. Don't do that. You need to be helping me. Oh, no. No. We not doing it. We not. I done heard it. So I just written down in my journal so many times. It's ridiculous. Don't help. Don't do my business. Help you. I told y'all people was doing that to my son too. Now he got his own business. Sorry, y'all. Boy, listen. That hit a little home, honey, because listen here. I'm trying to tell you, it's crazy people on this planet, and they've been here before. You got to watch people. You got to watch people. And it's so many people. Tell me this story. I don't know. Everybody has read this story before or heard it. But don't this hit different? When you really sit back and break it down and look at every situation of how this dude was moving. Laban was slimy. And I done dealt with so many Laban and Labanettes in my life. It's ridiculous. Remember when I said people want to keep you under their foot? They do. They don't never want you to reach your potential. You said Labanettes. I'm trying to tell you. I done ran into them more times than I know. I have helped people with their businesses while still trying to build mine. And then as soon as my stuff get up and running, they try to steal it. Or, oh, that's a good idea, I'm going to do it too. What do you mean? I just tried to help you. I've been helping you with your business for over a year. I never once asked you for money for business advice or nothing. I gave it to you freely. Didn't charge you nothing. And then once you start making money and I'm about to get on mine, now you trying to tell me no, I shouldn't do it? I'm trying to tell you, people are absolutely insane. Moving on. He said, what shall I give you? He asked. Like you don't already owe him. Not you got an attitude when you done got 14 years worth of free work out this dude. Tricked him, lied to him, all of this stuff. And now you got an attitude because he asking for what you owe him? How you going to get an attitude and you owe me? And I did what I was supposed to do. More than what I was supposed to do. Or if you doing it, they try to keep you distracted so you can't miss Duncan. That's because Laban knew that if Jacob ever left, his flocks was going to grow crazy. But he saw how blessed he was and how much he brought him, so he didn't want him to leave. It's a lot of people in marriages like, I was in a marriage like that. I told y'all. Every time my husband would try to do something sneaky with the money, ex-husband would try to do something sneaky, whatever, with the money, God would tell me. And then, like, he would be like, oh, I'm not doing this and I'm not doing that. And I'm like, okay. He would get laid off. Or they'll put him on work furlough, or he'll hurt his leg and can't go to work. And now he looking at me and I said, well. And I wouldn't be and pray nothing. I just say, God, you do what you need to do for me. I'm not. He on his way home. I'm on my way home from work. What happened? I twisted my ankle. It's so bruised up. I told y'all one time that nigga was treating me so crazy, honey. Gout. And it's not funny, but I ain't gonna lie. I gotta tell the truth. God know. Baby, I was in that bed cackling. You hear me? He was acting crazy with me for no reason, treating me crazy. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Just crazy. He probably was cheating. I don't know. And God let gout come in his thumb. And I tell y'all, I woke up, I was dead asleep too. I woke up to, oh. I said, what is wrong with you? Baby, I ain't never heard no, he sound like a dog. I was listen, I was trying not to laugh, but baby, I did. Lord forgive me. I was cackling. Every time, I was like Celie. You might want to. I was silly for real. Remember when Mr. Bernie said we were trying to cook for sure? Oh, yeah, babe. That. All day long. You probably don't want to. It's the bucket. It's in the bucket. Listen. Trying to tell you. You said me too. She's speaking to my life. Listen. I'm trying to tell you how it goes. I'm trying to tell you how it goes. I did not wish nothing bad on my ex-husband. I used to take it to God. I write in my journal, God, I want to be better, not bitter. You take care of the situation. I don't wish nothing bad on him. God, you see, you know what I need. If he's trying to keep something or be on something, just keep my body, keep me. I went to God about you always crying because I want to kill you. If you really want to know the truth, I want to unalive you. I don't want you to breathe. But God won't let me do that, so I'm going to cry. Because you keep playing with me. You ain't seen my other side. You seeing the cleaned up version of me. You seeing the matured version, the healed partially. But you keep trying to rip my wounds open. You want that pus to fill back up in there. You want that stinking, rotten carcass that's supposed to be dead to... You hear me? I'm trying to keep our girl dead because she ain't nothing. She's nothing nice, I guarantee you. And she's patient. patient. She can wait. She'll wait till the right time. I'm telling you right now. You want her to stay dead. You think this girl is bad. You don't want the other one to come. The dead girl. The one that God said need to stay dead, that flesh that need to stay dead, that's destruction. You don't, Auntie. Auntie said not the zombie walk, baby. Listen, God, no, I told you I kicked that door down. I punched that door 3 times and kicked it once and snapped that door in half, and it flew on the washer and dryer. And my daughters came and was like, Mom, because he just kept talking to me. I need you to shut your hole and know your role. Everything else is extra. I'm trying to tell you. Snap that door in half and baby, and it over there like this. Oh, my daughters be like, yeah, you just don't, rage don't have nothing to do with size. And when a person has been, you got to think, all my life I had to fight. This is not a joke. I used to wake up and my mom would be standing over me telling me she could have killed me in my sleep. I started sleeping with butcher knives under my pillow at 8 or 9 years old. I had to fight my big brothers. Because when they got mad, and my brothers are 8 years older than me, and they worked out all the time. They been cock diesel strong. You understand what I'm saying? My younger brother was bigger than me. I'm fighting him every day. Then I get out into the world at 11 years old, and everybody want to pick on the little girl. I'm telling you. And it wasn't never no little people. It was grown folks. Do you hear me? Strength is not always just wilding out and punching on somebody. Strength is waiting and watching for the time when you at your weakest. Because I might not be able to get you with strength, but strategy, yeah, I'm coming home with what I want. Coming home with what I want. You think you overpower me, and I'm just watching how you move. Waiting for the right time, babe. Don't even worry about it. Because strength, I might not be able to take you, but strategy, baby, listen. Sips coffee. And guess what? Jacob was working on strategy. Let's see how Jacob worked on strategy. Let's look and see what he did here. I'm trying to tell you. I'm definitely coming home with what I want. You said we gotta be kin. Probably is. Because first of all, when it happened, I don't even want you to think it's me. I didn't wait it. And you didn't forgot about it. Listen. God changed me. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. God changed me. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He changed me. He changed me. Changed me. Changed me. God changed me. Yes, he did. Because, baby, listen. You said he changed me too, girl. There's one thing that I feel bad about, but kind of I don't. I told y'all about it with my baby daddy, my son's father. I was 16, so I chalked it up to being young. But baby, you riding around, you got 12 cars. 12, 13. All of them got switches and this and that. We gonna see how long that lasts. My baby ain't getting no money. Ain't nobody getting no money. I'm not about to play with you. I have not done that anymore, but I guarantee you it is. Payphone calls is a mug. You hear me? I am a mother, and there is a lot of traffic at this house over there. I am scared for my kids. I don't know what's going on, but I think someone needs to look into that house. I can't walk my kids. I don't even live over there. I can't walk my kids down the. Okay. I bet you won't play with me no more. Oh, I was playing. I was playing. It ain't no dirty in the streets. This is the streets. I wasn't slimy, but I was strategic. Still am to this day. You ain't got to be slimy and grimy to be strategic, babe. Strategy is a thing. And a lot of people don't understand strategy. So they be thinking they running something and popping their stuff, baby, and you be the whole puppet master the whole time. I wrote the play. Because you don't take time to learn yourself. So that means I can move you either way I want to on the chessboard. Because I know how to activate you, sir or ma'am. Chicks I used to hang out with. I told y'all, I'm going to lay bait out for you. I'm going to lay bait out for you every single time until I trust you. I'm laying bait, period. Girl, this nigga, girl, I know he got that bread. I don't know if I really like him. No, what you say his name is? Girl, his name Jerome. Girl, you know he drive the black truck with the... I don't even like the dude. I'm just about to see how often you start talking about him. I'm about to see how often you start talking about you seeing him out somewhere. I specifically told you 3 places that I know he go. Because I'm going to see if you about to start seeing him. And the real nigga I ain't even saying nothing to you about him. I'm about to put you on this nigga. Don't even worry about it, because I know you one of them, you gonna try to get to it before me just because he noticed me type chicks. Babe, I'm seeing the play. I've learned so much I would have never known just by listening and keeping my mouth shut. Listen. Listen here. Mm-hmm. Chestnut checkers, I'm trying to tell you. Listen, they sure do. They sure do. And that's why I used to, you so quiet, nowhere near it. But I know I can't trust none of you niggas or chicks in here. So what I'm gonna do? I'll leave money out. I'm doing it all. It's something I can lose. I put $50 out and act like I don't know that I left it there, put it in a place to see if you a thief. Sure will. All day long, leave my purse open and leave exactly what I think you might not think I can lose. And that way I know. So it ain't no thousands or no hundreds that I can't. Because I used to leave money laying around. My kids will tell you I had money laying all around my house. It'll be money, especially when I was in a club or whatever else. I just put the money up on the thing. Everybody knew not to touch it. If they was going to get candy, they'd take $1 or whatever it was. Or whatever. It was always money around my house. I told y'all, when I married my ex-husband, one time he was cleaning up. And he lifted up the couch. And it was money. He was like, you know, it's money under here. I said, yeah, it's been under there too. Well, what started happening? The money started not being under there. So then I knew, you ain't picking up no book. That's why I started putting the money in the books. Because anywhere he saw me put money, he would go there. It's our money. It is our money. You knew what? I was raised to keep my mouth closed when grown folk talk. I'm trying to tell you. I'm going to put some bait out every time for you. I'm going to tell you something that you think is my deepest, darkest to see if I get it back from somebody. Or to see if somebody say something to me about it. It ain't my deepest, darkest. You're not going to know that. Because I need to see if I can trust you with my information. You know where I got that from? The Bible teaches you a lot about people's character and how they move, if they slimy, if they slither or hop. You said I tell 5 people 5 different stories to see how it came back. I'm trying to tell you all day long. Same story, just change one part of it. And it ain't that it's a lie. I'm only going to tell you this part of the story. I'm only going to tell you this part of the story. I'm only going to tell you this part of the story. I'm only going to tell you this part. And I'm only telling you this part. And I want to see who going to bring the rest. Definitely do. Definitely do. You have to. Because once people think they know something about you, they'll say it in little snickers and little smart comments. And I told you one of my ex-girlfriends, one of my ex-homegirls, her baby daddy said something to me one time, and I looked at her. They was fighting. I looked at her and said, what did you say? Yeah. And some. I said, looked at him. Baby, she was tearing his stuff. He was tearing her head up. I went and got back in the car. I didn't have nothing to say. Oh, because this chick been running my business. Do what y'all do. Because ain't no way you don't even know me that well. You feel comfortable enough to tell me what you think is my business. So she been pillow talking. Bet. Y'all handle y'all business. I'm about to go. I don't want no parts of it. Y'all deserve each other. She tearing your house up and you tearing her head up. Well, there it is. And I'm out. I got to go. This y'all right here. He dragging you down the stairs and all of that, and you putting stuff in his food and all this old crazy stuff. Y'all do that. You pillow talking. I learned not to talk to the person that I was dating about my friends. One or two things is gonna happen. Just like men, they don't, yeah, my wife is good to me, blah, 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 but you ain't supposed to be telling nothing else. Because if they are not getting that where they are, they going for what you got, babe. She did it in front of my mama. I told y'all, my mama said, come here, baby, come here. My mama had just met her. Mama said, come here, you sit down right here. She said, girl, she was in there doing all that twisting and turning and leaning over the counter and her tail all poked out. I said, baby. And she think nobody can't see her. My mama said, hey, baby, hey. And I'm in my 30s. Hey, baby, come here. Come here. Come here, you. Have a seat by me right here. I said, mm-hmm. My mama said, you watch her. I said, oh, I been. This ain't nothing new. This what she do. This how she move. And she think ain't nobody see her snaky tail. I be trying to help her. But she don't want the help. She like the way that she is. And so then that's why I don't deal with her no more. I don't do snakes. I had a heated conversation with my husband about not telling him my best friend business. He was highly upset with me because I told him it was none of his business. Right. And why you want it? Because if you know she a cheater or whatever else, you'll be right on note of it. No. Told a fake friend about the dude I was with on purpose. I was trying to get rid of him. Come on, that part. Listen. You don't even know. And people don't think you know this. Look, I pay attention to character. Like I told you, when it's a whole bunch of men around or people with their spouses, especially like if we at a club, when you go to the club, you got on a little dress or, You know, if you might be looking nice. I'm not parading around, walking back and forth in front of the people that now if I don't know you, it is what it is over there. Like, but if I'm at a gathering like a barbecue and I know it's a whole bunch of married people or couples, baby, I'm going to sit. I'm not doing a whole bunch of prancing, as my mama call it. Prancing in front of folks and moving around and bending over. And I'm going to get my food and have a seat, baby. I might have some barbecue sauce on my face. And I ain't got time for all that. Where the drinks at? Listen, the rest of that is something else. But that shows you a person's character. A man that looking everybody in the eye too long. You know what he on. He trying to get that, oh, you with it? You can watch him. Go around the room. Hey, bro, what's up? Oh, how you doing, little lady? Why you do your shoulders and your eyes like that? Pick your eyes up, sir. We up here. Hey. Ooh, how you doing? Oh, bro, you got you one, didn't you? We got each other. Folks will say some slick stuff. Do they know I just heard that? And that's why I be by myself. Because I can see you. Even though I need my glasses, honey, I can see your spirit. You hear me? And I'll be in jail, so I just don't. One thing I'm not going to deal with is disrespect. I'm not going to disrespect you. Don't disrespect me. That is one of my pet peeves to listen. Just go over there. Went to church and they was prancing. I was baffled. Baby! You ain't got to tell me about the church house, honey. I keep telling y'all the church ain't nothing but the club. Everybody wear their best. They didn't spend all week getting ready. They go to Friday to get their hair done to show up on Sunday. They sleep all extra. It's the club without trap music. And now there's trap music in the church. They go there to hook up, find a husband, find a wife. People go to the club for the same things. There's music, there's food, and there's money. And everybody gyrating. Moving on. Here we go. Da, da, da. All right. It's the same thing. Me. All right. He said, don't give me anything. Boy, me and Jacob had to be friends or something. He said, but if you will do this one thing for me, I will go on tending your flocks and watching over them. Let me go through all your flocks today and remove from them every speckled and spotted sheep, every dark-colored lamb, and every spotted or speckled goat. They will be my wages, and my honesty will testify for me in the future. Whenever you check on the wages you have paid me, any goat in my possession that is not speckled or spotted, or any lamb that is not dark colored will be considered stolen. Agreed, said Laban. You know why Laban agreed to that? This is where my stuff come in right here. You know why Laban agreed? Does anybody know why Laban agreed? Anybody? Do you know why he agreed? Do you? Because he didn't know what he had. Because he was okay letting Jacob run his business so he didn't have to worry about it. So then he became disconnected with how much he really had or what was going on because he was so used to using Jacob and Jacob just being honest and consistent that he didn't have to worry about it. So he didn't even know what he had. That's why he agreed. That's the problem with you trying to run over people and do certain things and get over and have them working for you and all of this kind of stuff. You gonna get got every time because you don't know what's going on and you trying to be dishonest. So he thought, yeah, take it. I don't care. Strategy, come on. Always leave with more than what you came with. Always leave more than what you came with. I'm always gonna leave with more than what I came with. You hear me? I'm gonna leave with more than what I came with. And not because I had to steal it, just by being honest. I'm always gonna leave with more than what I came with. Or whatever I got while I was there, it served its purpose, and where I'm going, it's already better there. So do what you do. You might catch me in transition, but you don't know what I'm transitioning to. You hear me? Because I know what you got. You don't, because you not worried about it and you think you getting over. Like I said, my ex-husband told me, you're going to do all the work, but it's going to be my business. That means I know your business better than you. That means if I was a thief, I could be stealing money from you and you wouldn't even know. This is why accountants be getting over on the people they work for because I don't have to worry about it. My accountant takes care of it. Well, you need to know how to read them books a little bit so you can know if somebody is stealing from you. Crazy, but no, because you trying to feel like you big and bad and you just got it like that. That's why you getting robbed blind, crazy. Because you don't know. This is this exact thing right here. He kept trying to get over and thinking he had him a slave or whatever else, a worker that he was getting over on the whole time. God said, take very good care of the sheep because they're going to be yours. Let him mistreat you, girl. You're leaving. Don't even worry about it. You're going to have stuff to give away and throw away. Don't even worry about it. He thought he did something. Girl, please. She thought she did something. Sir, let her take it. Let her get over. She thought when she was sneaking a little money or whatever she was doing, God getting ready to listen. And then he said, take care of your flock. And get this. He didn't have to go pay for nothing. He didn't have to buy no sheep. He already been taking care of them, so they listen to him. He know how many out there, how much it's worth. He already know the value of what he about to say. He didn't have to go buy no troughs. He didn't have to build no fence. He didn't have to do none of that. God was just like, go on and do right, and I'm going to give you they stuff. Remember I told you that's how it works with God? He allows people to mistreat you and then turn around and give you they stuff. It's been happened to me more times than I know. Trying to tell you. So I just let you do you. And I'm going to do right by you. But I guarantee you this. You're going to pay me for this. You are. You don't even know it yet. But I know the word. And I know that you will. In one way or another. And if I don't get paid from you, wherever I'm going, my payment is already there. So do you. You think you're getting over. And then once I leave with whatever he let me leave with, you got some payback to do. Maybe double or triple what you did to me. So it's about to be looking like real mysterious over there. And y'all see how her life turned out at the end. She was living good. Had her shop, was doing her thing, living good. You see what I'm saying? She was living good. She wasn't worried about nothing. The fact that he listened to God no matter how many years and not knowing the plan. Amen. I'm trying to tell you. That's why I be like, no, I don't want to go back to the other life. Trying to get you back and then I got more lack? No. Trying to get you back, I'm going to be in more lack. No, I'm going to let you at it and whatever God got for me is for me. Whether that's more peace, more joy, more happiness, more whatever, I ain't got to deal with you and be depressed and sad. And this is friends. This ain't just marriage. Because friends do this, so-called friends, do this too. Try to keep you under their thumb because they know If you ever get out from under it, God got some things for you. And they can see it. And they know that the only reason they get the clout they get this, they get that. You dress them. You pick their clothes. Then they try to get in the club and act and like, why you wear them shoes, girl? I'm the one that told you to get, because you feeling yourself now. Okay, I bet you don't get no advice next time. Let's see how that confidence be when you dress yourself. Do it. And I'm going to just dress me. I ain't dressing both of us. I'm going to dress me. And let's see. You show up at the club. I'll meet you there. Matter of fact. Let's see if that confidence still be the same. It's not going to be. I know. Because the reason I started helping you dress is because I saw that you didn't have that confidence. So let me help you. Let me help you. Let me help you get dressed for this job interview. Let me help you get dressed for this date. Let me help you. He treated you differently than you used to be treated. Oh, okay. Remember I told you don't say this and don't say that? Oh, girl, because honey, this the type of niggas I be getting. No, you don't. You never did. Stop it. Stop it. You hear me? You're not going to do that. You're not going to act like this has always been your life. We are not. Please don't. Moving on. Life is crazy. All right. So, it says, agreed, said Laban. Let it be as you have said. I get to get what I want. Whatever I say, that's how it works. The same day he removed all the male goats that were streaked or spotted and all the speckled or spotted female goats, all that had white on them, and all the dark-colored lambs. And he placed them in the care of his sons. Then he put a 3-day journey between himself and Jacob, while Jacob continued to tend to the rest of Laban's flocks. Jacob, however, took fresh-cut branches from poplar and almond and plane trees and made white stripes on them by peeling the bark and exposing the white inner wood of the branches. Then he placed the peeled branches in all the watering troughs so that they would be directly in front of the flocks when they came to drink. When the flocks were in heat and came to drink, they mated in front of the branches. It was an aphrodisiac for them. How long is a goat or a sheep pregnant? Bow, strategy. Bow, bow, bow. How long is a sheep or a goat pregnant? Let's see how long he had to wait for his money. Oysters for the flock. I'm trying to tell you. He said, I'm about to run this bag up real quick because I know I'm leaving. But he don't even know what to do. How long do it take for a goat or a sheep to give birth? How long are they pregnant? – 152 days. Interesting. About 5 months. Ooh. Ooh. Listen. Listen. He knew in 5 months I'm about to be stupid, dumb, rich. Favor and wisdom. It ain't fair. So even the sheep and goats that probably wouldn't have got pregnant, they getting it in by the water. You hear me? He know I got 5 months to wait. I'm chilling. Maybe 6. Maybe 6. And I'm going to be a rich man. And me and my is getting out of here. You hear me? Strategy. Didn't I tell you you always going to walk away with what you want when you... Huh? About 5 months. He about to be stupid dumb rich. Would you wait? You hear me? You hear me? Would you wait 5 months? And I know I'm about to listen. And I didn't put in work. I already know where I'm going, bro. I'm silent. I'm cheesing all the way every day to water. I already know what God got for me. I ain't got no reason to be mad at you because you think you still getting some free labor, and I'm just setting myself up for the blessing, sir or ma'am. Cackling at the house. That's why I don't pay to get over on nobody. Try to get over or try to get something or whatever, because you always end up with less. Listen, it says the environment. Listen. Look here. It says when the fly. Okay, it says and the brand and they bore young that were streaked or speckled or spotted. So all of the sheep and all of the goats all had speckled or spotted or striped animals. Every one of them that came in front of that water to mate had speckled or spotted. Every one of them. Mind you, there's already speckled and spotted goats and sheep. So he gets to take everything that's speckled and spotted and streaked. Not just the new babies. He gets to take the old ones too. I'm taking that. That's me. And that's me. Thank you. He bred out the solid color. Come on, auntie. You picking up what I'm putting down? You picked it up. Because you won't go do the work. You don't know what's going on. Oh, you gonna give me what I want? When I came here, you asked me what I want, and I told you I didn't want nothing. Then I told you I wanted your daughter. I worked for free. Then I worked for 7 years, and you played me. Then I worked for another 7 years, and now you telling me that the only reason you played me is because you knew you wouldn't be blessed if I wasn't here. Bet. What was Jacob's wife's job? He recognized his character and changed the game. What did it say about the woman he wanted? What was up with her? She was a what? The one he wanted was a what? They were shepherds. Rachel was a good shepherd. So it was really 2 against 1. He came for one wife. He got 2. He got the old speckled sheep and the new ones. So he got double, because he could have said, okay, you could just take all the new babies. But he said, I'm anything that's speckled, streaked, or whatever else. So all you left with is white, brown, and cream, or whatever colors. But he didn't, like Auntie said, bred them to be all speckled and spotted, so he know what he leaving with. Well, y'all got to think, at this time, and she was already mad at the daddy, so she probably went even harder. Exactly. Here we go. So it says, it says, and they bore young that were streaked, speckled, and spotted. Jacob set apart the young of the flock by themselves, but made the rest face the streaked and dark-colored animals that belonged to Laban. Thus he made separate flocks for himself and did not put them with Laban's animals. Whenever the stronger females were in heat, Jacob would place the branches in the troughs in front of the animals so they would mate near the branches. But if the animals were weak, he would not place them there. So the weak animals went to Laban and the strong ones to Jacob. Come on in. In this way, the man grew exceedingly prosperous and came to own large flocks and female and male servants, camels, and donkeys. I'm going to do it to you on your land. I'm going to use your stuff and show you how crazy you are and how I'm still going to be blessed. And I'm still working for you, but I'm working my plan too. What you say? And my question is, was it worth it? All the hell that he had to go through, he learned something. And it worked out for him. Strategy is a real good thing. Because Laban was lazy, Jacob got to handcraft his flock. All the while, Laban was paying for it. And he left with more than what he came with. Oh, you see what? The wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous. Let's do it. You said you gonna be the head, not to tail. Let's do it. You said you gonna give me my enemy stuff. Let's do it. Right. Wop, 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 wop. Hit them up. And you said what? They not like us. They not like us. They not. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, Yahtzee. That's why I said let folks do what they gonna do. If they think they getting over using you, whatever, baby. God got something for you. If somebody steals something for you, that means God about to rain down stupid blessings. I told y'all how this works. Remember I told my ex-husband, I said, I already know that when you start making money, you gonna be different. No, I'm not, blah, 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 blah. And at the end of our marriage, after we was divorced, he said, I'll let the money and everything go to my head. I said, right, but remember who told you how to get the money. Remember who told you how to manage the money. And remember who told you what to do to invest the money. Which means I done seen that kind of money before. If I can tell you what to do with it. But then you start trying to be selfish and get over and whatever else you did. And you know what happened? Right after we got divorced, that money went away. As soon as I married my ex-husband, he started making more money than he had ever made in his life. Every job, he went up $2, $4, $6. I'm serious. For 5 years. I don't know how much he make now. I don't care. But I can tell you this, what he had made for all them years before me, he was making triple that when we got divorced. Triple. Some quadruple years. No joke. And he kept trying to get, I told y'all I used to tell my daughters, I be trying to get over on your mama and I can't. You weird. Why would you try to get over on a person that's trying to make your life better and help you understand life? You weird. But there's people out here like that. Yeah, he was just like Laban, trying to keep me under his thumb. And look at what God did as soon as I used to have to argue with him about one, and now it'd be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 showing up. Before I can even ask, it's here. But I did him like that. Before he could even, I told y'all, I was just telling y'all the story last night. His lunch, everything, it'll be ready. Bought him a heated lunch box because he can't stop to warm up food. Everything, he needs socks, everything. Before he could ask, babe, I was just thinking about, man, somebody at the job got one of them. And I was thinking about that. Well, God put it on my mind 2 weeks ago, but you was playing and wanted to play with the money. I already had it in the card and was going to get it for you. Trying to make your life easier. And here you are trying to make mine hard, Laban. I know you're blessed because I'm around. Because I'm supposed to be a blessing everywhere I go. I'm supposed to add value to every place that I go. That's my job. You, on the other hand, sir, are always trying to figure out what you can get over and how much you can get without doing that. We not the same. My homegirl, same thing. I said a nigga can see in your eyes when you greedy, girl, and needy. He know you trying to act away, but he know what's up. Y'all, I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna go. And please listen to me when I say this. Remember when I told y'all, I said when I would go to different cities and stuff, I would start doing people hair for free. Like if I move to a new city, I'll just start doing people. I'll go to get myself dolled up, go to the hair store, act like I'm looking for something. I'm not looking for nothing. I'm looking for clients. Because I know it's 15 people in here that don't know how to do hair, and they about to try to do something at home. And I'm going to tell them everything they need to get. And then they ask me, do I know somebody that can do it? I sure do. And I'm not going to charge you nothing. Come on to the house. Meet me here. Here's my address. Now, this hairdo is free, but next it won't be. You bring me people, it's $5 off your hairdo every time. You got 2 people coming to me, that's $10 off your service. You heard me. I'm not buying anything in here. I need clients. I go to the grocery store to get clients. I got clients everywhere. Goodwill, you name it. Ooh, you would look really cute with such and such. I've been looking for somebody to take care of my hair. They're going to tell you the whole story. Don't even worry about it. You know what? I got you. Come over to the crib. I got... Sometimes you're not going to get paid first. But you will always be getting paid after that. Jacob story. So many people want to demand this money. Okay, prime example. How many times you asked me to hear y'all cash at me something today? How many times you heard me tell you my cash app? How many times you heard me ask you to tell me I ain't saying nothing until you give me a gift? None. But I guarantee you this, any and everything that I need since I've been doing this, whether I say it or don't say it, God lets y'all show it up here. I didn't come in talking about you need to give a $5 offering or we taking up offering. You ain't never seen my cash app come across neither one of these things. We've done almost 1,300 classes. And if I asked for some money or we was talking about money, it was because we was about to give it away or do something for somebody. I did not come on here saying because I'm a pastor or a prophet or whatever, or because I helped you with your life, you got to give me some money. I ain't said nothing about it. As a matter of fact, I'll be telling y'all, yep, I don't need nothing else. You ain't got to send nothing. No, you don't got to buy nothing. I love you. Come to class. Do your homework. That's what you can do. Now, if you want to send money to help us help other people, which we are still doing, I just sent out stuff yesterday, and I got some more stuff I got to send out on Tuesday, then that's different. That's different. I take my salary. Y'all know how much that is, and I move on. Hell, if my light bill was due, y'all didn't know. And it's been a time when I had a disconnect notice on here like, damn, I done been doing this work and forgot to pay my own stuff. Shoot. Especially when we first started, I was crazy. Like, dang. They said, your light bill, I paid it. No, you paid the other people. You ain't paid yours. But I never said nothing if my car was broke down or whatever. I mean, y'all knew when my car broke down because I was talking to y'all. But other than that, if I've been in a financial situation, nobody don't know. Nobody don't know my financial situation right now. If I'm going through something right now financially, y'all wouldn't know. Hard-headed self tell us no in a minute, and will. Because God takes care of me, and I've been telling y'all that, and I've lived it for 3 years in front of y'all. How many days y'all seen me get up and go work a job? And y'all done heard my son, who is 27 years old, say, yeah, when I was little. But after that, God has taken care of my mom our whole life. Now, have I worked? Yes, but I didn't always work for people. I did hair out my house, had candy stores, babysit, whatever. And I've had corporate jobs too. I do well there as well. Either or. I can do what I do here in corporate America too. I've changed. I done worked in corporate America as the assistant to the vice president and whatever else. Been there, done that. But let me say this to you. You are adding something everywhere you go, but you need to figure out what that is. Laban kept trying to add stress and trouble and heartache to Jacob. Jacob kept trying to make Laban's life better. He was honest. Laban was deceitful. And at the end, even though he had to endure, because you got to think, Laban put Jacob in a lot of crazy situations, because now Jacob got problem in his houses because his wives, we already know jealousy. On the beginning of this, what we read right now, jealousy showed up. And when jealousy shows up, tension shows up, strife shows up. So not only by your deceitfulness have you made my life harder, now I got to stay here longer than I wanted to, my wives are always into it. My kids are arguing because they mama said something and they mama said something. Now my boys and my daughters is down here into it because you still being deceitful, Laban. So Laban added things to Jacob's life, but it wasn't good stuff. Jacob added amazing things. He gave him grandkids. He grew his flock. He made his daughters not be single women. You can't see. The sisters were so mean to each other, and you know they kids. You know they kids was this is it. So everything that Laban added to Jacob's life caused him hardship, but it gave him wisdom, patience, and strategy. And in the end, he came out on top. That's all that matters, is how you come out of the thing. It don't matter what you went through while you was in it. How did you end? How did it end for you? People that are always trying to make a person's life hard always be on some weird stuff. I know people like this. I have a parent that is like this. And every single time that parent tried to tear my life up, God would come through, and when I say the stomach virus face, you said I'm just tuning in and I just read this story this morning. Oh, you right on time then. Well, come on in. Yep. That's why I don't worry about people trying to get over. I don't worry about people trying to do me bad. I don't. Because I got a blessing at the end of it if your intentions was wrong. It don't matter what it is. It's like the person that don't ever want to pay you or say they going to pay you when you do their hair, but they'll go to the shop and get their hair done, and then their hair always get messed up when they go to the shop. And you had to pay 3-4 times what you could have paid me. Well, now I don't got to worry about it because you don't get to sit in my chair no more, so I don't have to deal with the fakeness of it all. So my life just got lighter. You said you already know. I'm trying to tell you. That's why I said, like, I pay attention, y'all. And I'm not bragging. I'm telling you what I've lived. It's like when I worked in a club. Chicks be trying to tell dude, oh, she got 4 kids, she this, she that. You don't realize that made that nigga come and drop a pretty nice chunk of change over there. Because he ain't seen me running around in everybody's face and sitting in niggas' laps and stuff. He been trying to figure out who I am. You went over there. He asked you about me, and you ran what you thought was gonna make the nigga not come. And he said, "Man, I heard you got 4 kids. Why you in here? Wooty wop, slap." And I'm like, "Them." Thank you, and gonna come back tomorrow because I had something to talk about other than what you doing later on. As a matter of fact, he enjoyed the conversation. You said what now? Did sure did. They used to try to go and talk to the owner about me. They don't know the owner. I be up there in the owner office now. A lot of the women used to be up there in the owner office. You know what CERCA was up there doing? In a tea bag. Okay, so you said it cost you $300 to get your liquor license. Okay. And so then what you had to do? You had to get a bond. Okay. So how this building work? Okay, so did y'all have to get loans? No, you didn't. You leveraged it against what? Okay. No, I'm asking business advice. This ain't the only business, but what other businesses y'all had? I might be up there an hour and a half. You know what the boss used to do? Kid you not. Go in his pocket and hand me $200 and say, "I know you done missed out on some money. Here. I just got paid to learn." I come downstairs, everybody like, "No, girl, the reason I can always come back to this place is because he know I don't plan on being here long. He know you start trouble to run girls off so you can make more money, and you don't realize he know you messing up his money. We ain't the same. You keep trouble going trying to run the girls away that you think make more money than you. He can watch the cameras and see. He can also hear the conversations. He know that you're messing up his money because when the morale is down in here, his money goes away. So what you think? He see you, and I do too. I did not come in here to be friends with nobody. I came here to make my money. I don't have to talk to nobody. I will, but I don't have to. It's the same person that came back years later when I was working for a university as an enrollment specialist and tried to get all the girls enrolled in college. 4-5 years later. He said, "I keep trying to tell them this job doesn't have a 401k and it doesn't have insurance. Some of these ladies have been here for 15 years and they're still doing the same thing." I said, "I know why I done came in my button up in my slacks with my briefcase." Hey, girls, listen, you can go to school online. They're going to give you a free computer. Girl, ain't nobody got time for that. Well, you been here. You should have had time. You done been here since I got here. You was here before I got here. I done left and came back 4 times. Now I'm working in a whole nother field. And you still here. Now you a bartender and a waitress. You ain't even dancing no more. You done raised and I ain't knocking nobody. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying. My cousin, when I was 20 years old, told me, because she used to dance before me. She danced on the West Coast. It was a lot different than it is now. She said, "Don't get stuck in this place. If you gonna do it, don't get stuck here." She said, "I guarantee you, in 15 years, you'll come back and them same chicks that was fresh and new, or they had just got there when you got there, or they got there after you got there, they still gonna be in the club, whether they look like they should be or not, in one form or fashion, because it becomes a trap. They'll leave for a little bit, go work another job, but they gonna be back because they don't think past this moment." You said a lot of girls say that. I'm trying to tell you. And I didn't watch it happen several times over. When they too old to dance, they start trying to become the house mom or a bartender or a waitress. Yeah. And so that's why I would go in, stick and move. Y'all might see me for 2 weeks, maybe 3. Then y'all don't see me for a year, 6 months. I don't know. And then when I need a little bit of change, I'll be back in here. Yep. And if it get to being too crazy, I'll be like, well, yep, I'm gonna find some other money because this ain't it. I don't want to do this no more. By 26, I was like, yeah, nah. And I didn't start until I was 25. Well, I did a little bit at 21. Maybe from like November of 20 years old to April of 21. And then no more until 25. And then May of 25 to like June of 26. As far as like my age, you know what I'm saying? And it was done with that. This ain't my life. I got kids and I can't bring my daughters and sons to work. So this ain't gonna work. I need to be able to bring them to work. But I worked in corporate America before I ever danced. So there's that. I was used to wearing button ups and dress slacks and whatever. And then I went into that life. But I don't knock either one of them because it's really the same world. Because there are people that are sleeping with the boss trying to get a raise. There are people that snitch on people trying to get them out because they want their position. A job is a job. It doesn't matter if you're an entertainer or you work at McDonald's. The same thing be happening in all of the places. You gonna run into all the same people in the hospital. You gonna run into all the same people at Sam's if that's where you work, wherever you work. Then you gonna run into all the same people. And people think because it's a different position or a different job or a different industry, no, you're gonna run into all the same people at that place. So it's better that you learn the character of the people and not the face. Oh, that's such and such. Yeah, but such and such is going to be at your new job too. It might be an older black lady or an older white lady or the old man or the whoever, the young girl that think whatever. You're going to see these same people over and over and over and over again. And you do yourself an injustice when you don't learn character because then you don't even know who you're dealing with. So every job, you end up in the same situation. Excuse me, that's because you didn't learn character. Jacob learned Laban's character, did he not? That's how he was able to win. And if he would have never studied Laban, he wouldn't have been able to do that. But he studied him. And so he knew how to move at the end. And this is why I be telling y'all, I don't let people around me that I don't watch. I'm going to watch you. I'm going to watch when I ask you a question. If your eyebrows go up, if you adjust your body. I'm watching all of that. And I'm going to ask you the same question at different times of the day. Because in order for me to be, you can't be, okay. Jacob and Laban were in business together, were they not? They had a business partnership. Do you realize that Laban was trying to do to Jacob what the man with Victoria's Secret did to his friend? He let him build up the business. He let him do everything, come up with everything, and then he shorted him out of his money and out of his business. He basically stole it. He offered him a low ball because he knew the dude was in a bad situation. And then the next year, I think it did like $2 billion or something like that. And he wouldn't give him none of the money, even though he's not the one that built the business. But his whole intention the whole time was to take advantage of that man. That's why he supported him and gave him this and that, because he planned on taking advantage of him. In the end, he knew that the man didn't really know business or this or that and all of that. He knew because he watched him, and that's how he was able to take advantage of him. That's why the friend was like, oh yeah, I'll take it. And then the next day, I think it was like 44 million or something like that. I don't know the number it did after the year, but it went crazy. And boom. You would think he would give his friend something and say, hey, bro, like, it did really well. I'm going to give you half of my first year to set you up just in case. He didn't do nothing. He didn't do none of that. They look for your weakness and do. So, with that. Oh, honey, I don't let people in my life. With that. That's why, now do y'all understand why I say strategy is better than muscle? Strategy is better than money. Do y'all understand? Don't be so assertive in what you deserve and all of this, because a lot of times when you're not, you get more than what you thought you deserved. More than what you're worth. The way he approached him sounded like he was going to try to get over it. He was. Everything about it. He had already plotted in his mind because he was used to getting over on Jacob, and Jacob didn't say nothing. Jacob didn't do nothing. Remember, Jacob act like me when I'm gonna wait and see how far you gonna go. I'm gonna wait and see how long you think you getting over on me, and then I'm gonna formulate a plan to show you that I knew what you was on the whole time. Jacob laid in the cut. He did, and he didn't do nothing wrong either. He didn't. What he did was not slide. It was out in the open. Laban kept doing stuff secretly and hidden and behind closed doors and all of that. Everything that Jacob did was out in the open. He wasn't hiding it. And he was even being honest. He wasn't even being dirty by doing what he was doing. Old boy thought he was doing something. He said, okay, I'm doing exactly what you said do. Get myself together. Right. I don't gotta be dirty. I don't have to. I don't have to. You know what's crazy? Jacob kind of got my mentality. When I tell you, I'm going to tell you everything I'm going to do to you before I do it. It's up to you to pay attention. I told you I used to tell people that. I'm going to tell you every single thing that I'm going to do to you. It's up to you to pay attention and believe what I say. When I kept telling my ex-husband, I'm going to leave you. Yeah, okay. Because I didn't work. I didn't have a job. I didn't have a car at the time because he kept messing them up and all this other weird stuff. So he felt like that couldn't happen because he thought that I was dependent on him. Boy, I was taking care of myself before you got here. You do realize that. So when he left, he thought I was going to grovel and be like, oh, I can't believe. I didn't say nothing. Because God had already started giving me my plan. And as soon as we separated, God started letting my plan. Listen, I'm talking about the day that nigga left. The next day, folks was knocking on my door, handing me hundreds of dollars. Nobody even knew that he was gone for good. Nobody, because we would break. You know how the whole he go to his mama's house. Baby, when I tell you folks was pinging my Cash App and nobody even knew the nigga was gone. They never even knew. I got a vacation with my sister. She called me like, we going on vacation. Because I need you to come with me to Florida right around your birthday, 7 days. Wooty watty wow. We gonna be in Florida. You don't gotta pay for nothing. Just show up. And I had been telling God I need a vacation, but I wasn't saying it to nobody. I was just telling God, I need a vacation. I need to get away for a minute so I can get my head together, so I can formulate a plan. The next day, my sister called me. It was like, yeah, we going to Florida from the 8th to the 17th. So get your stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then God worked it out where my neighbor, who I had just helped her get away from her boyfriend that was crazy, and she moved to Florida without him knowing while he was at work one day. She just left. Why? She was 30 minutes from where we was at and came and we was turning up because we both flew. She flew from Vegas. I flew from Indy. Baby, we had to whip. We didn't have to go, baby. She was taking, because it's our stomping grounds, baby. It was, when I tell you, she left in December. I was in Florida in February. She came. They got me a big old cake. When I tell you God do what he do. When I tell you he do what he do. She was my neighbor for a whole year. I helped her get away from her crazy boyfriend. She went back home. Then 3 months later, now she like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm in your city. She said, I'm about to come there. Stayed at the hotel with us and everything. We chilled out, had a good time, kicked it, got our meds in. We went down to Little Havana, whatever you want to call, wherever that place is. We was down there eating and stuff. Had a great time. The way you said, might as well stay real. It's coming to the light anyway. Yep. So I stay me and keep quiet. I'm telling you, he would do it. I just asked Dad for a vacation and he allowed me to go on a cruise for 7 days. I didn't even have to pay for it. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Ooh, he sure will. And now you see why I won't go back to the other life. Even Even before this, I would not go back. My ex-husband, I used to be like, I'm going to let you do what you do, babe, because I'm going to be blessed. As long as I do right by you, I'm going to be blessed. It don't matter if I know you trying to do me dirty. If I do right by you, I'm going to be blessed. And that has been my life. My old homegirls and stuff used to do me dirty, baby. When I tell you they all had the stomach virus face. They tell me I wouldn't forgive them. I wouldn't be helping them. If I know, and you wouldn't be getting the blessings I'd be getting either. So can we not talk about what you wouldn't do? People told me I couldn't sit home all day. But you complain about having to go to work every day. So I just make it make sense. Hey, you are late because I'm about to get off and go lay down and take me a nap. But we got to rewatch. You said I just cried. Listen, I already know. God can be so good to you. You'll be like, I don't want go away. Please. You want me to mess up my blessings, don't you? Go away. And it's not always physical things either. That's what I be trying to tell people. It could be your peace. The fact that I showed y'all the pictures of how. Y'all know how I used to look when I got on here. I had just came through 5 years of hell. Do you think I would pass up this peace and quiet I have in my house, not walking around tension on worrying about if I'm gonna have to argue every day after 5:30 because you tipsy or whatever? I don't want to go back to that. And the fact that you put me through all of that and then tried to leave me high and dry. No. But as soon as I got away from you, the blessings that had dried up while I was around you, they started flooding in. Even before I met y'all, they started flooding in. And blessings, like, again, are not always finances. It could be getting the place you want. It could be whatever it is that you need. This story is opening my eyes so much. That's what's happening on my job. Oh, yes, pumpkin. Oh, yes. I'm trying to tell you. That's why you don't got to worry about it. Let people do what they going to do. God is setting you. I just told y'all niece this. Quit tripping. Good morning. God is setting you up for a blessing. Quit trying to get even and all of that, because you're going to walk away with what you want. If you be cool. Is this not Joseph's story? Joseph could have cut up. Joseph could have wrote a letter to his dad. Joseph could have sent word. Joseph could have did a lot of stuff. He didn't do nothing, and he ended up running the town. Anything he wanted, wherever he went, he was going to get it. I see the pattern, honey. Mary, look at all that she went through. You read the story, and everywhere she went with her baby, look at what Mary went through when she was pregnant with Jesus. Her baby wasn't even there, and they were trying to unalive. Her baby wasn't even born yet. They were trying to unalive babies. Then when she had him, she had to move here, go here. She couldn't even be where her people was. The first 2 years of her baby was spent on the road, moving from place to place like they vigilantes or something. But every single place that they went, did they not leave with that bread and whatever they needed? Servants and all kind of stuff. Every time she went somewhere, she was picking up a nanny for free. And the people that she blessed, her and her baby, was constantly raining down something on them. Food, horses, materials, whatever they needed. So yeah, she went through hell. Yeah, she had to be separated away from her mama and her daddy and her cousins and be up there. But look at how God blessed her. Because she went through, because she didn't cut up with the people that was calling her a hoe and saying that she lied, that she had sex before she got married. She didn't cut up with them people. She just went on about her business. She got busy doing what God asked her to do. That's the same thing that Jacob did. And he ended up being blessed. And everybody else that ended up doing what God asked them to do, even though they was being mistreated. They ended up getting what it was, more than what they asked for. So let them cut up with you. Let them cut up. It's a blessing on the other side for you. I promise it is. Now, you ain't got to be crazy. Like, ask God for wisdom. You hear me? But God, he's setting you up. They think they set you up, but God set you up. As Marvin says, wiser and stronger and better. Come on. I'm trying to tell you. That's why I be reading these stories. I be like, oh, so that's how I do it. So just chill out. Don't say nothing. Learn whatever I'm supposed to learn because I'm walking out of here with what I want. Every time. Never fails. It don't matter how much hell I had to go through. Even if it almost took me out the game, God always comes back and makes it worth it. He has never not done that. I'm telling you. You said I needed this class today. Well, come on, Punky. I'm trying to tell you. I learned. And it took me a while to learn. Why you keep letting them treat me like that? He said, I'm trying to bless you, dummy. Just be cool. Let them flaunt all this stuff in front of you because they don't know they about to have to give it to you. Everything they try to flaunt in your face is about to be yours. And you get that, and you get that, and you get that, and you get that. I'm trying to tell you. The guy that brought me from Arizona to Indiana that moved me to the Midwest, he started doing some crazy stuff. I was like, you're crazy. This was years ago when I was young. 23 years old, 22 years old, 23, about to be 24. After we broke up and I went on and was just in school and raising my kids and doing, my thing, he would show up at my house with envelopes of money and say, God makes me take care of you. And then he would just leave. I'm talking about make him drive 8 to 12 hours from the state that he was in. Don't Walmart to it to her, hand deliver it to her house. And he'll be so mad. He said he won't let me sleep until I come over here and do something for you. I was all the way at home. He made me turn around. And turn around is not across the city. Turn around is 3 states over. He said, I don't know why I just feel responsible for you. Well, I don't know either. But thank God that he does whatever he does over there in your head. I'm grateful for it. People used to be mad too. Like, oh, I thought you said you couldn't. Girl, God showed up and showed out. I'm talking about what, like this. Ringing my phone. I'm like, what's that? Be like, I'm at the door. And just. I used to be like, oh, thanks. I just prayed for $5,622 because that's 3 months of my bills and stuff. And that's exactly how much it is in this envelope. Well, look at God. He said, I broke up with a long-term relationship. The money started pouring in. I make more money now. I'm trying to tell you because God said, oh, you don't want me to be your husband? Fine. Fine. You don't want me to be your protector? Fine. Fine. Do what you're going to do. Like, I'm still learning because, of course, there's levels to everything. But I learned, and that's why I be like, nah. When certain stars and stuff, when I met them, I was like, nah. Because what you offering ain't like he give me. The only reason you over here in my face is because I told God there was a certain amount that I needed, and then you showed up this evening. You don't know. You got my blessing in your pocket. You really could just give it to me. So I don't got to do all this, but I mean, because you thought you was just looking at me because of whatever. No, you're the blessing. You're the blessing. Something just told you to come here. You normally don't. Yeah. I prayed at about 7:30. You said you got the word about 7:45. You turned around and came on in here, bet. You the blessing. How you doing, blessing? How is you doing, blessing? Oh, it's good to see you. I'm trying to tell y'all. See, y'all don't be wanting to listen to the scripture. The scripture said. The scripture said. I'm trying to tell you. He said he will have humankind, men. It say men, but we know people. He said when you line up, you do what he asked you to do, all these different things. He will have people give into your bosom. This is your bosom. Right here. He said he will have people, humankind, give into your bosom, pressed down, packed down, shaken together, and running over, which means you don't have enough to carry. Stuff is falling out your hands. You don't have enough room to put it. Most times, the glory didn't come until after the trial. But God had to know that once he gave you that pressed down, shaken over blessing, that you wasn't going to revert back to who you used to be before he could give it to you. You hear me? Hey, have a good day. I'm about to go. I don't know. I mean, I guess I do know who it's for. The people that have said I'm going through this right now. So quit tripping. Let them do you dirty so you can walk away with what you want. Just let them. And then they got to pay back 7 times over. And maybe not to you. God might use somebody else to come bless you, but they still got to pay it back. No, I don't want no parts of that. Mm-mm. Trying to tell you, they got to pay it back 7 times over. And then you going to be like, dang, that's messed up. What happened? Dang. I remember how they used to be. I remember. That's crazy. You hear me? You said laugh out loud. Yes. You needed to hear this. Thank you. I need to hear this week. It's been rough. Yeah, don't trip. Don't trip. I'm trying to tell you, when God is allowing somebody to treat you badly, it's a number of things. Either he's working something out of you. Most times that's always it. But also, he's testing the character of somebody else. Right? And then if they don't do right, they gon' feel it, and you gon' feel it too. And they be mad. I didn't live it. I've had family members. I told y'all. I had my family members, like, God would send people to bless me, like now. Just like now. This has been my life forever. I promise. This has been my life. What I do with y'all, opening gifts and then telling people how to live their life, this has been my life for real, for a long time. And my family members would go, I told y'all, they would go to the people and say, oh, you shouldn't do that for her. If I were you, I wouldn't do that for her. But these are the same people that would call me and say, ain't nobody ever gave me nothing. I had to work hard for everything I got. That old weird stuff. So you go to, because ain't nobody ever did it for you. If you do get a doorway in to talk to the people that are blessing me, or God is using us to interact in whatever way, your first thought is to tell them what they shouldn't be doing for me. What they shouldn't. If I were you, I wouldn't. Why is you trying to stop my blessings? And they don't have nothing to do with your house. Aunties, mama, cousins, and call like, hey, well, do you know? And then the person will come back and say, you know, your auntie, your mama, your cousin, or your friend called me and said, well, I'm like, really? Interesting. Because the money I just got, I'm helping them pay their rent with it. Or I just helped her get her car fixed. So you want me to use my blessings to help you, but not me. You want me to call my friends and ask them to help you. But that's a part of my blessing. That's a part of my favor. Being able to call people and say, hey, can you, while they skip? And then you do me dirty when I'm trying to help you. Laban and Labanette, please go have a seat. Please. 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 There have been people I've helped them pay their rent and they turned right around and stole from me. No joke. And I'm talking about way before now. When it was my money that I was getting or whatever. Helped them pay their rent and they turned around and stole from me. No joke. And then was mad when God came through and gave me a fat crib and and then they get to talking about what I don't deserve. I told you I had somebody tell me that recently. I never thought you deserved any of the things that you got. I've never really considered what you deserve or don't, because it's not none of my business. This is stuff people say to my face in real life. And this has happened in the last 3 years. Since I know y'all, they told me, yeah, I never thought you deserved any of this stuff. I don't know why God he always sends somebody and this and that. And That explains all your movements. That just happened to me. Did this little girl here for free, and she stole my iPhone out my house just last week. I'm trying to tell you, don't worry about it. God got some blessings for you coming on the way. I know how it go, girl. I promise you, I know how it go, Miss Rhodes. I be trying to tell y'all. Folks be thinking I just be up here talking. No. This stuff really happens all the time, every day. And I just seem to always run into the crazy people. Like, wait, you really gonna do that? Like, you really just gonna stand in that? You ain't even gonna try to change or nothing. It's real life. And that's why I be by myself. That's why I don't want nobody in my house. It's a reason I'm like this. I didn't just wake up and be crazy. This is the reason. So I'm going. I was doing a client here and she stole my diamond ring and had a big blue sapphire and a big diamond. I'm trying to I already know how I go. I already know. And then at first I was like, okay, it's chicks, right? Then I start seeing my homeboys like, I'm like, you said she kept giving me compliments on it, and when she left, my ring was gone. I already know how it go. And that's why can't nobody come in my house. You don't need to be in here. What do you need to be in my house for? I can come to you. I'll come visit you. Because you don't got nothing I want over there. And even if you did, I ain't going to take it. I'll just ask God to bless me with my version of it if that's what I want. But I ain't taking nothing from you. So, I love y'all. I'm about to go get in my bed. I'm going to make me something to eat. I don't know what I'm going to make. I'm going to make me some. I might spend my little gift card, go get me something. It's nice outside, too. Let me see. Hold up. Yeah, I might go get me some food. I got me a little gift card. I might go get my waffles and bacon right now because I can go get me some Waffle House. Ain't nobody at Waffle House right now. What time is it? Oh, yeah. I might go on and do that. I love y'all. I love y'all. I will talk to y'all later. Be a Jacob, not a Laban. I'm going to watch a rewatch because it sounds like I missed some good stuff. Yeah, you hear me? Be a Jacob, not a Laban. You hear me? Who you going to be? You going to be a Jacob or you going to be a Laban? You said need that shirt. Be a Jacob, not a Laban. I love you way more. You went to the store with me and everything. Uh-oh. Oh, you shopping for the groceries for the week? Mm-hmm. Be a Jacob, not a Laban. Laban, excuse me. Yeah. Be a Jacob, not a Laban. About to rewatch because I missed it too. Well, I love y'all. Let me let y'all go see y'all can do the rewatch. See y'all later. I love y'all. I'm